What is Project 2025?
Well, first, before I even go into that, I want to just get everybody's heads in the right space.
Okay.
I feel like politics in this nation has become this thing that only certain people can talk about, not because of their information base, but because they look a certain way or because they're at a certain company, et cetera, right? Mm-hmm. And what it does is it makes a lot of people feel like they don't need to be bothered. But it also, unfortunately, makes a lot of people feel like they can't be, like, oh, I'm not smart enough for that, or that's not my ministry, etc.
And that was me. I'm not gonna lie. When it came to this, I was like, Q, this is not what you do.
That was me a few years ago. I just said, like, you know what? That's for them. I'm an artist. And I had to wake the fuck up. And I just want everybody here to know that you are capable. And if you feel you aren't capable, I want you to ask yourself, like, what am I lacking that makes me feel like I'm not capable? Is it that I'm not maybe a good reader? Is it that maybe like I don't really know these names and so I feel like I'm left out? Is it that I tell myself I'm not that smart? And I want you to throw all that out the window, because let me tell you something, baby. None of these motherfuckers in Congress are that smart. All these people need to be in the damn government is a GED and money. Mm-hmm. So do not trick yourself into thinking that they are somehow more elevated than you simply because they're there, that they have more elitism or that they have more intellect than you. The intellect comes from you choosing to learn and synthesize, not from just being somewhere. So I just want us to all just take a deep breath and release all that imposter syndrome bullshit.
And let's get to the business. Let's get
to the business. Okay. So Project 2025 is essentially a book of ideas. It's an ethos. It's a manifesto. And if I say something that maybe like I didn't say it a way that you could click on or something, like, please drop it in the chat, because I will just find another way to explain it that hopefully makes it clear. So Project 2025 is a manifesto created by the Heritage Group. The Heritage Group is a consortium of individuals, whether it be educators, experts, politicians, entrepreneurs, etc., who have a particular idea about what America should look like. And their idea of what America should look like is that it should be under the flag of a white Christian nationalist government. What a white Christian nationalist government, on a basic note, believes is that equality lessens the effectiveness and the strength of a nation.
Wow.
I'm going to say that one more time. Mm-hmm. Their manifesto, their motto is equality lessens the strength and power of a nation.
And they honestly believe that.
Well, baby, we can only talk about actions.
Right. Yeah. And so, but really quickly, equality lessens the nation, and they're all right with it just as long as white is at the top, correct?
That is correct. But let me be clear, but not just white. Not just white men. White, straight men. So okay. It's very particular. Okay. It's white, straight men. That's why you see so many folks in the mix with this Project 2025, in the mix with Get MAGA, and you like, now I know you gay. Mm-hmm. I know you sucked a dick last night. Right. But they're like, no, I'm MAGA.
Yeah. I'm white MAGA. First. I'm white.
Let me tell you something. Grindr said that the Republican National Convention is their Super Bowl.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Let me tell you something. I can tell you about old white men with money, honey. And they're not looking for Heritage
Other
Foundation
old white men with
no, they're not. They're looking for Kunta Kinte.
They want ding-a-ling with rhythm.
They want that. Give us that free. Give us free. That's what they want. Yeah. All of that Swahili ding-a-ling. Go ahead. That's what they do. They want that. That's what they want.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So we have to understand that the heading for them is white men in power. Now they put it under Christian, okay? They put it under Christian as a guise. Now we must admit that we have seen Christianity used as a ruse, okay? For many different reasons. Like we were brought, many of our descendants are, many of our ancestors were brought over here on slave ships named for Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, okay? Named after saints. So we must always acknowledge that some of us may be Christian, but it ain't they Christian.
It ain't they Christian.
Okay.
A whole different type of Christian.
No, their Jesus is Fesus. It's not, they got their Jesus down behind in an alley. It was laid out on a blanket, and they said it looked the same.
He white with blonde hair. It's that Jesus. It's white Jesus. it's Jesus. It's him. It's him.
Just sweet.
Just
so,
it is.
So they have this mindset that that's what they believe in equality. And the reason why I said actions are most important to look at here is because they could write a whole manifesto and we could be like, oh, they just wrote some shit. That don't make it legit. But they have already put these actions in motion in a number of different ways, in a number of different places for years.